Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. So I found a way to do what I need to do and not be in danger of having some issues. So I found a mod that affects bank loans and basically lowers them to something a little bit more realistic. The other thing in playing around that I've discovered is we're going to make more money being an owner-operator per run than we would otherwise, and so realistically this is going to help. And since again we're doing this as a realistic economy series, just to make sure that everyone understands that this isn't some sort of a cheat per se, the explanation that the modder has provided is the loan terms are extended to something normal. So this is basically, a 2-year loan or something. Probably probably closer to a 3 or a 4-year loan. And then the interest rates are based on actual banks in Europe for those type of things. So while it is tempting to go to this level, because I think I could sustain that loan, I'm not sure that I want to go that far. But if I do that, because I could then buy a couple trucks, a garage, hire a driver, might be biting off more than I can chew. But wow, it's tempting. I'm going to go with the plan of go big or go home, because at a minimum I need 2 of these, so I'm going to be paying nearly $200 a day anyway. This is a longer loan period, so, and I can always pay it off sooner if I want. There's nothing that tells me I can't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have $503,169. And if I go to the truck dealers, I'm going to get a Scania, as I expected, because that's kind of the ones I like right now. And the one I'm looking for is an S series. So I'm going to customize the configuration here. Now we don't have a lot of choices because it's early on. So we've got a base engine. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get an engine with a retarder so that we can pull some heavier cargo and actually do better on other things. Stick with the standard dash, and I like orange. That's a color I enjoy, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. So that's going to be my truck. So I'm going to purchase that. So they're going to deliver that to our garage here in Dusseldorf. So, nice new car smell, or new garage smell. So now, though, I'm going to have to actually do a garage purchase, which I'm only going to be able to do here by basically upgrading it. So for $80,000, I can get a couple extra slots in this garage. And then I need to go ahead and buy another truck. Now I'm going to go ahead with something a little less expensive. As I did my research, the least expensive are MAN trucks. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go ahead and customize, and we're going to go ahead again, put a retarder on these. I think I can save a little bit of money by just making them white, and we'll go with blue. That's a little more exciting. And because we're in the UK, I want to make sure I flip my dash. That's only 105,000, so this is a little less powerful, so forth, but it's good for the folks that'll work for us. So I'm going to go ahead, and no, I don't want to drive it. I want to do that. Put it here. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy another one and put it in that garage and fill it. 'Cause I have enough money and I want to actually make some money here. So I really want to leave the truck dealership. I can't do anything else. So now I can go to the recruitment agency, hire a driver. Oh goodness. Well, that's unfortunate. Guess we better drive around town and find a recruitment agency first. So let's do that. Where do we have one here in Dusseldorf? It's right there. It's not really in Dusseldorf, I guess. But not too far away, but yeah, this is, so let me see if I can do a job. Let's see what we can find. So you can see, we can make some good money here. So yeah, this is short. Getting 182 euros per kilometer for these potted flowers. Nothing challenging about it. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oh goodness, I think I just might have made a mistake. 'Cause you know what? Yeah, the good news is, because I would have to drive all the way to Zwolle and come back. I need to find a job where I'm at. So I'm in Dusseldorf. Why is it not letting me do this? Whoops. Dusseldorf. There we go. Alright. So we're going to have to take something a little bit different. Goodness. At least, yeah, we just called and said, yeah, we'll take it. We can call back, and, you know, we haven't hooked up to it, so we're not abandoning the job. Alright, so we'll breathe a little bit. So I guess we're going to take truck tires to Luxembourg. Alright. So we are going to fire this up. And we are all set. So, much nicer yard that we spent the $80,000 on it. We don't have a shack. We've got a pretty good looking garage here. Unfortunately, we have trucks with no drivers, so we're going to have to remedy that. But at least we'll be able to make our loan payment even with just this loan today, or this job today. So go ahead and do that. But we do need to take a look and find ourselves some recruitment centers. Now, obviously, not that I'm not careful otherwise, but you know, this is my truck. I'm responsible for repairs. You know, the other challenge we have is fuel. We have realistic fuel, and we all know what the fuel prices in the world are doing right now. So they're up there. I looked at what the base game is, and I'd say we're at 30 or 40% higher right now to what we would normally be if we were just playing the base game fuel rates, because it's about 1.4 euros per liter on average in most countries in the base game.
Get ready to turn
if
right.
we take out the
Turn right.
oh, it's right here. All right, not bad.
It was a nice ride.
But yeah, if we take out the pro mods countries and just in the base games, that's kind of where they're at. So this should mark us as the GPS. There we go. Take that one.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so they're telling us the trailer's over here in the yard. That is bright green, if I've ever seen it. So I'm pretty excited that we're able to make this work, and I feel better knowing that the prices are just more expensive for, or
Ready to roll.
the price per kilometer we're going to get is higher. So that makes it easier to get a loan and really get ourselves moving.
Turn right.
Alright, should be good here. So, yeah, we have 87,000, but we have to keep in mind that's because we took out a $500,000 loan. We owe our soul to the company store, as they say, for 2,000 some days, unless we can find a way to pay things a little bit faster. And we'll see how that goes, because I don't think our payment actually changes, but we may save some interest and things like that. So, alright, just couldn't tell for sure if they were turning or not. So we'll get this one moving. There's our garage. Much easier to see, that's for sure. And it looks much nicer than what we had, so eventually we can actually expand that to have 5 bays on that property. But no need to be too greedy. Having 2 trucks already at the start of our company is a pretty brave endeavor, but that will also help us as a company to gain some money faster, because obviously those drivers will be earning money for us as well. Now, the thing I don't know, I'm assuming they're going to be subject to the same realistic economy mod we are, because if they're suddenly going to be giving us $5,000 per job, I may need to change course and go back to just it being me, because then we're not really doing realistic economy. So not a terribly long thing. We should be there about noon.
Keep right, and then keep right.
Trying to look at my fuel. I don't actually... Oh, I see. It's at the bottom there on my dash.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Let me make sure. Do I want to go here? Yes.
Turn right.
Whew. Slowing down, wasting some time, but I'd rather do that than suddenly be going the wrong way. I haven't even set my cruise on this truck yet. I guess I should do that soon. 12 speed is struggling even with this, so definitely some upgrades to the truck when we can get them will be welcome additions. But yeah, definitely at this point, so let me take a quick look here, because it looks like I've got a recruitment agency there in Colm. If I go there and then go through, I can do that. And then if I find nothing else along the way, that will help. So just, is this the best way to go? It is, but that's all right. So
Finding a new route.
because I can then look for drivers right away. And, you know, if I find folks that are good, then I may just hire a couple folks. I mean, beggars can't be choosers at this point. Right now, those trucks
Keep
are
right,
just
and then exit right.
wasting money. All right, that'll work because that's exactly the way I want to go.
Exit right.
And the other thing that's good is we'll discover Cologne here, or Köln, as
Keep right,
it's
and then
written
turn
and
right.
said in German, I believe.
Turn right.
Very interesting little interchange there. Looks pretty industrial where we're headed. Can speed up a bit. I don't know if that's actually going to work because I don't know if our truck has the power to do that. But hopefully once we get to the top of the hill, it'll do a little better. But yeah, this will also make it more interesting, I think, and allow us to kind of progress a bit differently, because we won't just be jumping from city to city. Obviously, we're going to be going where our truck is, and that will probably get us discovering things a little bit differently. I mean, once again, we may still stick in similar spaces. I hope there's a recruitment agency here. I'm not seeing anything that looks exactly like that. Well, let's see. There we go. All right.
Keep left, and then turn left.
So
Turn left.
go ahead and move along. So I think it makes more sense to maybe find another few recruitment agencies. And this isn't that long of a drive. It's really, 3 hours or so. And so we'll be able to get those trucks moving pretty quickly, but not be, unfortunately, too challenging.
Keep right, and then turn right.
As far as, kind of
Turn right.
unrealistically pulling over at the side of the road here and then hiring folks. So we'll hire them when we're done. And that way those who want to see a drive can see the drive without an interruption like that in between. Alright, so now we're on roads that are going to get us up to 80 kilometers, which seems to be the standard that I've seen, certainly around Germany. But, we're definitely going places where we've not been before. We're discovering those roads. We're, I think, going to be going into another country. We'll also have tolls. We'll have things crossing the Rhine River here. But we're also going to have tolls and things, like all the expenses are our responsibility now. So that's partially why, obviously, the higher pay makes sense, because if I've got to buy fuel and spend
Keep left.
150 euros on fuel or something, I need to make more than a few dollars, Because initially when I was looking at it and saw 99 euros a day, you know, a job like this same distance, I might get 120 euros as a contractor. And it was like, well, I can do probably 2 or 3 of those in a day, and that would work. So I felt I could handle the loan, but alright, so we're going from here to, I think, Belgium is what the border crossing is. Doesn't look like we have any toll or anything that we need to worry about. Don't have to stop. Alright, there we go, Belgium. There's a motorcycle. He certainly got some get up and go that a car doesn't have, so he definitely took off. There he goes. Wallonia. Look at that. We can even go faster.
And then turn right.
Alright, but we need to exit here.
Turn
So
right.
Spa and Verviers. So not quite sure exactly where we're headed. So the one thing I do like with the sim dashboard in ATS is there's information of where I'm going that I have available to me that I don't here. Alright, so they have a radar, so I want to be careful. Would like to avoid christening my new owner-operator status with my own company with a traffic fine in my first run. Alright, so now we're back up to a higher speed. We'll certainly take advantage of that. And we'll see where we end up. So 4 hours and 11 minutes till we need to rest. So we're going to have to rest soon in the middle of the day, because that's the other difference as a owner-operator is we don't automatically get rescheduled to a full rest cycle as we did before. So, but got 94% of our fuel. So don't need that. I don't know that that $1.32 is really correct. I don't think the signs actually change. So we won't know what something really costs until we pull in and are ready to fill up. But when we need fuel, we don't have much of a choice. But there could be an opportunity, if we find the need, to try to time our fuel in certain countries, because certainly once we get to Eastern Europe, some of the fuel costs get down to a third of what they are in the countries here. So instead of being 1.8, 1.9, or maybe even over 2 euros per liter, I've seen some prices there of 0.6, 0.3 even, I think. Now, I think the 0.3 is in Ukraine, and they did just update those in the last couple days, so I don't know if the Ukrainian fuel prices are artificially low with everything that's going on. So that may also be some of what's happening there, but there were other countries around that were still below €1. So definitely, I mean, we're able to keep moving here, but yeah, this is obviously a different, it's not a highway. Alright, I think we're going to be crossing another border here.
Go straight on.
So, something about Bob. Don't know what that is, but yes, there is a border. I don't know my flags, I apologize. Too many that look similar. I think this is now Luxembourg. I was going to say Netherlands, but we're going the wrong direction. Let's see, this says 116. Maybe they do change. I don't know. It would be nice if they did, but that would seem like a lot. Alright, so we're getting down to 40 kilometers to our delivery, so should be seeing it pop on the map soon. Alright, slowing down to 70. Again, want to be respectful of the actual speed. Those are interesting haystacks. I assume they're haystacks. The way they have those things sticking out of the top, they almost look like they're like American Indian wigwams or teepees, thatched teepees or something. Not normally made that way, so, but I'm assuming they're just haystacks. There's hay bales there. That's right, we were going to Luxembourg. And that appears to be... I didn't realize there was a town named Luxembourg. Maybe there really isn't, but that's just what they call it in the game. I don't know. Whoa, a lot of squiggles in the road there. Not sure what or why. There's our delivery point. So I'm assuming our experience is going to be very similar. We're not going to accumulate experience in some unique way, being an owner-operator. So just because of the way the valley kind of does things, they obviously wanted to keep the road level, and that required hugging the edge of the hill here a bit more. Mersch. I don't know if that's the name of the town. But I'm sure in the game it will be Luxembourg, and that's what we will discover.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Alright, do I have any... Alright, so I'm going to deliver, but then I'm going to drive down to the recruitment agency before I leave town and find that, talk to them so that we can get a few other options for drivers. Because right now I'm imagining we just have a couple drivers available. But we're going to Duckshire
and then turn left.
And delivering there, so as I said, right afternoon. Oops, it is green. Oh, now it's going to be red again. I totally missed the light because I couldn't see it. I was like, I've been here for a while, and then I saw the green glow at my pillar frame, or frame pillar, and then suddenly realized that it was turning back so that I could not go. So let's not miss the cycle again, because all we're doing is delaying time, and we're owner-operators. Time is money. Wow, these folks don't care that I have the right-of-way. They're just gonna go.
Turn left.
Alright, so here we are. It looks like they're going to want us to deliver somewhere.
This is where it
right
ends.
there. Okay, there it is. So right in the dock between the ramp and another trailer. So got plenty of room. Let's not make this any more difficult than it needs to be. So, fine looking truck, if I say so myself. Obviously a little partial, since I borrowed a lot of money to get it. But just want to get clear of that ramp. I don't want to hit the curb if I can avoid it, but obviously I also don't want to hit the other trailer, so need to be careful. Straighten out a bit, not quite where I want to be. Alright, that should get us exactly. This is a beautiful parking job for what we've done. Alright, 253 kilometers. So, why only 288? Oh, maybe that was only 288. It was 4 something for the other one. I guess let's take a look at what they have. Ah, we have a skill point available. What do we want? I usually then do flammable solid. Well, gases are actually good, and then I'll do flammable solids. Ah. How far is that? It's not giving me any details. I don't know why. Alright. So, we'll drive away. I think I have some time. Because, yeah, the freight market. Alright, so that's 303. Yeah, definitely something for another day. So, rather than get a job now and then potentially have a problem, I'll go do what I was going to do, which is head out. Apologize for the jumping of the camera there. But, yeah, we need to go here, turn right. We can't make that light. They turn way faster. Because I think what I got messed up on when I ran a light in another episode, I've got the realistic traffic lights functioning in American Truck Simulator, and so there's a lot more time between light changes in those places. But I probably should also rest, because otherwise I'm going to have a job to pick up, and I've got 2.5 hours, so as much as I'd like to kind of continue, I might then get a job and then have to stop, which would not be good. Alright, so discovered the Volvo dealer, but we already have a Volvo dealer, so that doesn't help. That's a very beautiful building ahead of us there. That is a walrus, I'm pretty sure. Alright, I can't see the lights again. There we go. I either need to stop sooner or, I don't know, figure something out. Alright. So we've got a recruitment agency. I'm going to pull over here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go around the roundabout. Oh, let me in. Ah, I just hit something, a sign. Terrible, terrible car. So mean to me. But I'm going to go where I can rest here at this hotel, and I'll park there, and then I'll call the recruiters from there and see who we have. But then in the meantime, I can rest appropriately. Now I won't rest before I call the recruiters, because I could have drivers working for me. So let's talk to them. Oh wow, even with that we only have 2 drivers. Well, I am definitely going to select her, because she has hazmat, high value cargo, and I think that's just-in-time delivery. So she is definitely someone with skills that I want right away. Welcome, Sabrina. And then let's see. Robert also, the one who just showed up. extra distance, high value, and fragile cargo. So I'm going to give him a job as well. So Robert and Sabrina, welcome to the team. We hope you like it here. So what I'm going to tell you guys as we're doing new driver orientation is Sabrina, I'm going to have you put your next skill into being able to drive long distance. But Robert, you're already set there. So I'm going to put you in a balanced position and we're going to train you that way. And Sabrina, you'll be doing the same thing once you get that first distance point unlocked, so that you can start moving around a bit. But we want to get things flowing with different load types so that you guys can definitely pick up work. So, all makes sense? Good. So, welcome aboard, and we hope we have a long and fruitful employment relationship with you. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and actually rest. So I'm going to do that, get myself to that point, because there you go. So Sabrina made $97, and Robert made 61. Neither of them leveled up, which makes sense. But at this point, we're all set. We'll just take a look at the bank. We're basically going to have to pay it likely at about 8:30 in the morning every day is when our $257 is going to come out. I made 288. My new drivers made me, what, about 150 euros? So we've done well, and you know, I'm going to be able to pick up a load and start driving right away. I'm half tempted to rest again, though, because otherwise I'm driving overnight, and I don't have to do that right now. So I'm going to do that. And there we go. Now it's the morning. The drivers didn't do anything else overnight. So hopefully this was exciting. We've got not only our truck, but we actually have 2 more trucks and a driver. We have a full-blown company going on here in Real Economy Trucking, and we have verified that they are getting paid at that Real Economy rate. So we can continue to do that and continue to grow and expand as it makes sense. But I will see you next time.